In this lesson, we're going to cover confidentiality. Now, confidentiality is a foundational concept in the world of information security, and it refers to the protection of information from unauthorized access and disclosure. Confidentiality is used to ensure that private or sensitive information is not available or disclosed to an unauthorized individual, entity, or process. Imagine that you just walked into your local bank and saw a stack of personal loan applications being left out in the open for anybody to see. Each application contains lots of sensitive data, including the bank customers' names, their addresses, their social security number, their work history, their income, and all sorts of things like that. If I saw that, I'd be pretty alarmed, and I'm pretty sure you would be too. That's because most of us have an expectation that our sensitive banking details will be kept secret and only revealed to people who are authorized to see it, such as the bank tellers or the bank managers. Well, the same expectation occurs for most of us inside of our computer networks. We expect that confidentiality is going to occur and that people aren't randomly accessing data or information from our laptops, smartphones, or tablets without our knowledge, consent, or approval. After all, confidentiality is all about keeping your information secret and safe from prying eyes, while at the same time allowing authorized people to access that data that they need. So, why is confidentiality so important? Well, confidentiality is important for three main reasons. This is to protect your personal privacy, to maintain a business advantage, and to achieve regulatory compliance. Now, the first reason that confidentiality is important is for you to be able to protect your personal privacy. Just as you wouldn't want your personal letters read by strangers, most individuals don't want their personal data, including their health records or financial details, being shared without their consent. So, as cybersecurity professionals, we seek to ensure that our data remains safe from prying eyes in order to maintain the confidentiality of that data. The second reason that confidentiality is important is to maintain a business advantage. Now, most businesses have proprietary data that's used in their daily operations, including information about their products, their clients, and their overall business strategy. Keeping this information confidential is crucial for maintaining a competitive edge within your industry. And the third reason that confidentiality is important is to achieve regulatory compliance. Now, many industries have regulations that mandate the protection of certain types of data, like personally identifiable information, or PII, protected health information, or PHI, financial data, and various other types of data too. If you fail to maintain confidentiality of these types of data, your organization could be levied a fine against it and pay a large penalty for non-compliance. So it's important to follow all the mandatory regulations within your industry. Now, in order to ensure confidentiality, we're going to use 5 basic methods: encryption, access controls, data masking, physical security measures, and training and awareness. First, we have encryption. Encryption is a process of converting data into code to prevent unauthorized access. Even if somebody intercepts the data, they won't understand it unless they have the decryption key. Essentially, with encryption, we're scrambling up the plaintext data into an indecipherable jumble until the right decryption key is provided, in which case the scrambled data, which we call ciphertext, can then be quickly presented again in its plain text format. Second, we have access controls. By setting up strong user permissions, you're going to be able to ensure that only authorized personnel can access certain types of data. Access controls can be set up by creating password-protected files or securing access to a database by using a username and password or other types of credentials. For example, your boss might want you to save your personnel record on the company's shared drive, but they only want themselves to be able to access it. In this case, they can set permissions for that record so they have full access to read and write information to that file, but nobody else can. Third, we have data masking. Now, data masking is a method that involves obscuring specific data within a database to make it inaccessible for unauthorized users while retaining the real data's authenticity and use for authorized users. For example, if your customer service system stores your user's credit card number, you could use data masking so the first 12 digits of the 16-digit number is masked, and only the final 4 digits of the customer's credit card is going to be displayed to your support agents. This type of confidentiality helps to prevent accidental disclosures of the sensitive information, and in this case, that would be the entire 16-digit credit card number, while still allowing some portion of it to be viewed for identification purposes. Fourth, we have physical security measures. Now, physical security measures are used to ensure confidentiality for both physical types of data, such as paper records stored in a filing cabinet, and for digital information that's contained on servers and workstations. To protect data using physical security controls, we can lock our filing cabinets, install biometric security locks on the server room door, install security cameras to detect any physical data breaches, or other types of physical security controls that we might want to use. Fifth, we have training and awareness. Often, breaches in confidentiality are going to occur due to human error, negligence, or malicious intent. To help prevent human error and negligence, you should conduct regular training on the security awareness best practices that employees can use to protect their organization's sensitive data. So remember, confidentiality is the principle of ensuring that information is only accessible to those who have the right to access it. Whether through encryption, access controls, data masking, physical security measures, or training and awareness, our goal is going to be to protect our organization's sensitive data from prying eyes. Anytime you're asked about confidentiality, your answer should always have something to do with protecting data from being seen by unauthorized users. Most commonly, we do this using encryption, so I really want you to link the words confidentiality and encryption in your mind. In a digital age where information is our digital currency, maintaining the confidentiality of our organizational data is really important and critical to ensuring that we can maintain our customers' trust, meet our regulatory compliance requirements, and achieve continuous business operations inside of our enterprise networks.